Hello, Ceramics One. It's Mrs. Crystalite. There I am on the phone. I can't figure out how to put the camera down, and also you can see me. So we'll just do this. Okay. Hey, if I haven't met you yet, I am very much looking forward to being your teacher this year. I want to thank you for taking Ceramics 1. No matter if you're home or in class or any combination in between, it's going to be great. And we're going to make the very best of this year that we possibly can. Okay, I'm going to move my phone now. Don't get seasick. Okay, so you've gotten this little take-home care package, okay? I'm going to go over quickly everything that's in there. Twist ties, please keep track of your twist ties no matter where they are, because they are like gold and they're going to keep your clay nice and moist, and that's what you want. You have a package of tools. You have 2 portions of clay, and we're going to talk about each and every one of them. Okay, we're going to be very inventive with our tools and things like that. So and I'm going to actually have you, if we go back out of school or if you're staying home, I'm going to have you try and design your very own tools, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is this air dry clay. Okay, air dry clay, it's this brown lump of clay. Okay, it looks kind of disgusting, but it's perfectly brand new and perfectly fine and wonderful. Okay, air dry clay is just what it sounds like. You have between 1 and 2 pounds of this at your disposal. Everything in this little take-home package is going to be yours to keep, except for these 4 paint brushes. So even if we don't use the air dry clay at home, it's yours to keep. Okay, what you want to do with this, guys, is totally forever and ever make sure that this stays nice and squishy, nice and pliable. Can you see? Look, I can make my thumbnail through the plastic bag. Keep it in the plastic as much as possible. Only take it out to use it. And actually, every week or so, give it a little spritz with some water. Give it a little mist with water, because as the name implies or says very clearly, it will dry when exposed to air. If your plastic has a hole in it, wrap it again with a plastic Ziploc or something. Okay, that's about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds. This clay here, this is the gray student body, and it should be tied with a twist tie. If not, it should be in there. This is clay that actually goes into the oven called the kiln to make things that are more durable, even things that you can use for food and drink or glazing. Okay, and we'll talk all about that in the days ahead. But this is it's called the number 105 student body gray clay, and you should have between, I don't know, 2 to 4 pounds of this, okay, at your disposal. We will use and reuse this and see how it goes. But you want to also make sure, give this a mist every so often. Keep it nice and squishy, all right? If it starts to feel like it's getting hard in there, give it a mist and wrap it again. We'll talk about all the drying stages of clay. Oops, I didn't switch my sticker. There it is. It's called a low temperature or a low fire clay. That's what I'll refer to it as, okay? And that's always going to be gray for you guys. Actually, let's do this. Okay, how about the tools? Well, if you've ever worked with ceramics before, if you're in the classroom, you see tools like this, right? Okay, so you have your ribs, okay, and they're used to smooth surfaces out, okay, different flexibilities, different sizes. You have this is called a bone tool. It's also a smoothing tool. It acts like a longer, harder finger to get inside or to help smooth things. You have these blending tools, okay, whether wooden or plastic. You have loop tools that come in different sizes, different shapes, okay, all right. You have, oh, there's another loop tool. You have this is called a fettling knife, a whisker tool. You have a ball end tool to carve smooth, let's say, initials on the bottom of a plate or something. Speaking of carving, you have this tool. It's called a carving tool, and notice it's double-edged here, so you can kind of scoop with this curved edge. And this is a beautiful knife. This is actually one of my favorite tools here. You can carve with that. And then you have this. It's called a needle tool, and you can see why. Well, these all are maybe not expensive on their own, but as a whole set, they get a little pricey. So these are going to stay in school. Plus, I don't want to have you always bringing tools back and forth, you know, if that's what your future holds. So we're going to be inventive with our tools. So this is the kit that you're going to get to take home. And I put this together after years and years of research. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's talk about this stuff. Okay, you're going to get... let's say a popsicle stick, okay? And I'll bring this closer to the screen. Popsicle sticks can be used for sculpting, kind of like a blending tool, okay? Let's see what else. They could be used as a straight edge. Let's say you need to draw a straight edge on your slab of clay. You could use it that way. Everyone should have a kitchen knife at home. What if you would kind of carve? I don't know if I can do this. Oh my goodness, the pressure's on. Let's see, let's do this. Yeah. Maybe I needed a smaller blending tool. Let's say like this little, where's that little plastic guy? This little guy here, okay? What I can do is I can carve my popsicle stick just with any knife. Look, always the blade comes away from you so you don't cut yourself, okay? And notice, look, now I have like a double-ended carving tool, okay? So I'm going to do sculpting tool and straight edge for popsicle stick. And nobody cares if you lose your popsicle stick, okay? Nobody's going to care. How about this? This is called an emery board. And if you have, you may have seen people, you know, file their nails with this or whatever. Instead of sandpaper, we had a whole box of these at school, so I'm just going to give you one of these, and like I said, nobody's going to care if this gets destroyed, lost, you know, abused. I don't care. It's yours forever. How about this? Paper clip, okay? Paper clip. You have one or two in your bags, and probably have more at home. What can you do with a paper clip? It says needle tool. How do you make a needle tool out of this? Remember, this was the needle tool. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to unbend this. Oh, I broke it. Do I care? No, I don't care. All right. Look what I can do. Pull this, and look, here's my, let me get some clay out so you can see. I'm going to get messy. I'm just going to scrape a little bit of this off. Okay. Clay is a wonderful material. If you haven't ever used this, if this is your first time, or maybe you haven't used it for a while, where's my makeshift needle tool? Let's make a line with the real needle tool and a line with my makeshift needle tool. I think the one with the paper clip actually is a little bit better. So, haha, yay, yay us. Okay, how about I put here, I also put loop tool. Remember, these are your loop tools, okay, different sizes and shapes, things like that. Well, you can pretty much see how this might work, okay. I could perhaps take some masking tape. I could tape this to a pencil. Or just hold it like this, okay. Just give myself a nice little handle or something with a piece of tape, and we'll do our test here. Let's use our real loop tool. Let me find one that's similar. I guess this will work. Okay, so I have loop tool, right? Isn't that satisfying? Now look at this. Loop tool. Ah, we love this. This is great. Okay, so there's your paper clip and all the nifty things you can do with your paper clip. They're not expensive. You can do whatever you want. I have, how about this? I have next this little piece of wire. I might have just lost it on my desk. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So it's very, very thin. You can see. If you're with me in class, you'll see me do this. But if you're home, you're not going to be able to see me do this. Let's say I have clay. let's say I make a, let's make a cube. Okay, we're boring today. We'll make a cube. Okay, all right. And what I want to do is, I only want half of a cube. Watch what I can do with this wire. I can take this wire and I line it up, and I'm gonna pull that wire. It's wrapped around my fingers, straight through the clay, and ta-da! I can cut that clay right in half with this thin little piece of wire. What you want to do, just like you were using wire cutters in school, is you run your fingers along the wire and get all those little clay crumblies. Put them back there so they don't make dust, okay? Slap that together. That's good. This is your wire tool. Could you also make a bunch of loop tools out of this? Well, gee, I don't know. I think, well, it's a little flimsy, so maybe your paper clip's going to be a better bet, but if you have other wire at home, or, you can be inventive with these home tools here, okay? Alrighty, next thing is toothpick. Everybody, well, if you don't have toothpicks at home, you can certainly maybe find some somewhere. All this is like dollar store stuff, if you haven't noticed yet. Maybe you can make some textures. Textures with a toothpick. Yeah, that's the word. Or maybe a scoring tool. Maybe like with your paper clip, how you made a needle tool. Perhaps this can be this. The problem with these wooden toothpicks is they're probably going to expand or even break very easily. So use it if you can. If you can't, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, okay? These make me so happy, and these are compressed sponges. I need to find my scissors. You know what? I'll just cut it with my knife here. All right, I'll do this. Okay, so I have, let me do this again, sorry. Okay, I have this compressed sponge. Doesn't look like much. It looks like a, like a tortilla or something, a piece of cracker. I can be real creative with this. I could make different shapes, and I'm using a knife, but you can cut these with scissors. I just can't find my scissors right now. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to cut this probably before I put it in water. There we go. All right, so I could make different kinds of sponges. Like say I wanted to get down into a vessel. Maybe I cut it nice and long, or whatever I need, okay? But look, I'm all ready for you. Hopefully I don't spill this. Here's my plate of water. All right, let's make this guy explode. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. Look, isn't that fantastic? So, instant sponge. I love it. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. You got to have fun, right? You got to have fun. All right, the last thing that I'm giving you is the only thing that you have to return, okay? I have 4 glaze brushes. Should we be out a while of school and you finish a project and you send it back in with glaze on it for me to do a second firing, then you will use these, okay? I'm gonna suggest you do not use these for any kind of painting unless you are so super diligent about cleaning them, okay? You don't want any acrylic paint to be left in these brushes when you're glazing, because what will happen is that acrylic paint will completely melt under your glaze, will destroy your glaze work, and your pot or whatever won't come out as nice. So please, if you can hold off using these for glaze only, I highly recommend it. If we get to a painting project and you discover I don't have any paintbrushes, 1, go to the dollar store. 2, email me, let me know, and I'll put a care package together for you. Okay? But this is, one last thing I want to show you is what's called a rib. Okay? Now I did not put rib. There you go. But please bring these brushes back to me. Send them back by the end of the year, or else they're $2 a piece. If you don't send them back and they're not in good shape, like you destroyed them, they're $2 a piece, or else you get put on the restricted list. I've had these brushes seriously about 5-6 years. I always get them back, and they're always in good shape. So let's keep that tradition going, okay? All right, ribs. So there's different kind of ribs, like I was showing you. Here's a serrated one. You see, this is kind of painful. If you grab this the wrong way, there's these big flat kind of scraper things. Gee, what can I use at home? How about these old gift cards? Don't steal mom or dad's credit card or debit card. They're going to need it. But like hotel key cards, I can't think of anything else where you get this plastic card, maybe just in junk mail. And what you can do, I don't want to use this because this is still a good one. You can cut this with scissors in any shape you want, or even not cut it at all and just take this along the clay and smooth that clay out. Look at that, beautiful. I just got rid of all that texture there, okay? All right, so that's a rib. So you can probably all rustle up something like that at home. If not, maybe even a piece of like really heavy duty cardboard. I don't know if a cereal box would work or not, but there's that. Okay, all right, my Ceramics 1 classes. This has been Mrs. Crystolite. Hope you enjoyed this little at-home demo explanation of the care packages. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.